you're out and about and you are hearing names, intel, things you need to know to help build relationships with the people that you want to work with. However, if I'm at an event for like 2-3 hours or it's throughout the week and I don't record that somewhere, I lose it.
Welcome to Sales Assassins, the podcast that unveils the lost art of word-of-mouth marketing for professionals just like you. We cover everything from building relationships and nurturing connections to overcoming the challenges of modern marketing. You'll learn how to stand out in a crowded market, charge confidently for your services, and create an army of people recommending you without hesitation. Now, let's dive in and make you deadly effective at sales.
Welcome back to Sales Assassins. Joe, it's time to give people some wisdom.
All right, let's dive in.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready, man.
So I love this concept that you've got. I mean, it's so simple and yet not done, which goes right along with pillars, right? You're building your referral network. You're building the people who like you and work with you, and you're out there in the community. Today, we want to dig into what is that it's like you put socks on, you should also have this with you, the black book with you. Like why would you go out of the house without this thing? Explain to people what you've got with this black book and how you're using it, and maybe some alternatives, but there's a reason it's this black book.
Sure. Well, it's your everyday carry. So I know you see that online now, your EDC. So I gave these out when we went to Scottsdale. So this is a little black notebook, as you can see. And where that came from, and I had one. It was a little, like Leeds, I think it was called. It's like a little moleskin brown leather notebook. And what happens is, especially when you're doing the 531s and pillars and you're at social events, chamber events, intimate events, I don't care what it is, you're out and about and you are, hearing names, intel, things you need to know to help build relationships with the people that you want to work with. However, you're in an environment where it's not like you're at your office and you're typing in, the data. You're actually out executing what we talk about, being with the people you like. So one thing I did, and it worked very well, and it goes back to, I'm not going to sit here and try to think about what I'm saying or what I'm going to say next. I'm really trying to listen when I'm talking to someone, so I'm being engaging and being authentic. However, if I'm at an event for like 2-3 hours or it's throughout the week and I don't record that somewhere, I lose it. And I literally just saw this in real time in a coaching call yesterday where one of our clients, probably one of my faves, he's actually coming here to Orange Beach tonight. We're going to go eat oysters at Coastal. So you know who you are when you watch this. So he went to a wedding of his probably top client and prospect. I had sold a business and has a large amount of money coming in. And there was another person there that he got introduced to that he wanted to do some follow-up and some intel on. When I say intel, like we call it gilfing, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. That's a gilf. And he forgot the name. Now, it took a while and he found it, but what happens is you can't be so dialed into your sourcing and all that you like are not paying attention to what's going on around you. So the way that you use this book, and I used to do it pretty cleverly, is you have it in your jacket pocket or in your pocketbook or in your back pocket or somewhere on you so that if you can excuse yourself, maybe, you don't want to be totally weird, but in the restroom, somewhere outside the event, you write down, I talked to this person, and you write notes down. Now, in today's world, you can do it in your phone. Like you could. I can't type that fast, and I won't remember it. And I can write, and again, going back to the Neuralink, I could write it. And I would have, and this is kind of funny, like I would come home and I would have crumpled, because sometimes we would drink wine and stuff at these events. I would have, crumpled up little lead notepads that I'd torn off in my pockets, and I'd have to take them out and piece them together. But I could then look at, all right, who did I talk to? What names I source? Who do I want to get introduced to? What intel do I had all that data and I'd written it. So it was kind of fresh in my mind. But if you don't do that, you're hearing on average when you're out and about doing these things, when you're actually networking, that you're going to accumulate a lot of that and it's going to get lost. And I actually gave this as a gift to our inner circle, because I knew a lot of them were doing this and the names were going like this. And the intel, what they were learning from people. So it's just it's a unique way to record all that data. And then here's the key: follow up on it. Because if I met you, Jason, at an event and I don't follow up within 48 hours on let's grab a cup of coffee, or you mentioned this person I'd really like to go to lunch, whatever, how we teach SAP, at 2 days, you're going to forget you even talked to me. You have a life. I know it's hard to believe, but other people have other things going on than what's going on in your world. So they're out living their life. And if you wait or you forget or you don't get the data, they're going to move on and it's going to lose its impact. So this is a really simple way. And you could do it at the end of the evening or at the end of the day or after breakfast or whatever it is, to just take a minute, and I call it just brain dump everything. And then when you run the end of your day, when you're planning for the next day or whatever, you can implement that into your pillars work, and you can put it into your, we have a document that you can take all that information and parcel it out. So it's one of those little things that people neglect, but if you carry it around in your head, you're in conversations, you're moving around, you may be having cocktails. I mean, like, odds are stacked against you that you're going to make good use of your time. This is a way to network. And remember, networking is one letter away from not working. Not workers go and drink and forget and don't follow up. Networkers go with strategic intent, and they carry this little we called it the $1 million book in Scottsdale. And by the way, we have one of our newest members in the Lion. Shout out to Rich. He texted me the other day. He used it and he said, this is a $6 million book. So something as small as this and as simple as this could mean the difference in $1 million for you, because it's the way to capture what to do next and how to get to know someone better. And it is something that is often overlooked, neglected, and left out.
Yeah. And I want to clarify for folks too, this isn't just, oh, I met so-and-so, here's their contact information. No, this isn't like that. This is someone they mentioned. This can be ideas that just having that conversation with somebody, oh, that's a whole industry I can go and target. Let me write this down. And we all know it's true, whether you want to sit here and believe it or not. We all know it's true that the next morning, 2 days later, it's gone. It doesn't matter what kind of epiphany you had in that moment. You'll remember that you had one just enough to go, what was that again? And it's having this handy. And again, I think there's just that power in connection and remembering when you write it by hand. And I don't know, when you're doing that too, it just feels like, oh, you're just taking notes and stuff. Even if you're just off in a corner of the room, like, I don't know, people aren't like,
if you're in a circle of people, don't like pop your book out and start looking at them and writing them like you're going to write an article. Don't do that.
But exactly,
when you
like
have
a therapist. Interesting. Yeah,
right. When you have a moment, get it out of your head. That's the more stuff you carry around in your head, the less useful you are. Get it out of your head. We've got a lot of success stories around it just in the last couple of weeks. I swear by it, and it's kind of fun. It's a little black book. So for those of you that are old enough to know what a little black book is, but none of you are.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
But we call it the $1 million book. It's something to add to your arsenal. You'll be way more effective when you're out doing your networking, and you'll look more professional because your follow-up will be linked to all the intel that you gathered. And that's what we call being authentic. Like, you tell me the things that are important to you or who you know, and then I professionally follow up. That gives me a leg up to some loudmouth drunk that they met that's like, hey, I saw you there, like out of the blue. So it's how to elevate your game. It just takes a little bit of work. It's a little bit of awkwardness. So pick your spots, pick your spots. But I will tell you, it will increase what you get from attending all these things and putting the time and effort into it. It just makes you more effective.
Yeah, this is one of those things that, man, just grab that book, have it. It's almost a safety net kind of thing. Even if you would remember all this stuff the next day or when you get home, like, there's just an extra little, if you take that time and write it down, like, it's just going to stick. It's going to process, just how our brains work, right? Like, it's going to sit in there and come up with new stuff for us, even better.
Well, your brain's meant to think, not to remember. So it's to think critically and take action. And so this alleviates that of having to carry all that around in your head. So live your life on paper, use this for remembering, and then you can think clearly and take action. That's the point in all of it.
We're going to wrap there. That's strong.
Peace.
All right. See you all next time.
In a sea of endless digital noise, your ability to connect and generate authentic word of mouth is your deadliest weapon. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to break through to the next level, the principles we discuss here are your blueprint for success. It's all about being the most trusted and valued in your network. To maximize what you've learned today, visit joinsalesassassins.com to see how you can become a true sales assassin in your industry. Until next time, keep sharpening your skills, expanding your network, and remember, in the world of sales, the true assassins strike silently but effectively by doing what nobody sees coming, building genuine connections and powerful relationships. Stay deadly, stay authentic, and we'll see you on the next episode of Sales Assassins.
This show is powered by Media Leads. To get your next great podcast produced, go to MediaLeadsCo.com.